I believed that it could happen to anyone. I was on a downhill slide. I was circling the drain very fast.
I didn't believe anybody even cared. Where I was in that point in my life, I didn't even want to crawl out from under the rock that I was in.
I totally had no idea where I was going to go in life. Who knows where I would have been. I probably would have just kept on surviving, and not in a very good way.
I came from a nice home. I had wonderful parents, a good Irish Catholic family, and I grew up and I went to school after I had my son and became a nurse. I was able to support my son, take him on trips, show him a pretty good life. And it wasn't until my son was 16 that I started drinking very heavy, and as I did, I started losing jobs. I started not being able to go to work, not being able to perform at work, and I ended up homeless. I ended up in an abandoned ambulance living with another homeless man, and we used to go out every day and in different ways we'd get money for alcohol. I went from homeless shelters to institutions, to halfway houses, to jails, to hospitals. I was in all of them. Sister Kathleen found me up at the CMC hospital, and she got in touch with a social worker up there and told them that she may have an opening in her program for me. And it was only about 10 days and they had an apartment for me, and I've been in that apartment now for 5 years. It was scary at first because I had to have a sense of responsibility, but I was fortunate that the Catherine McAuley Center was there for me 100%. All I had to do was follow some simple directions that Sister Kathleen gave me, and things were falling into place. And as I would do the next right thing would happen. This is a place where I found dignity in my daily life, and I feel good about myself. Knowing that you have some support in your life, it's much easier. I mean, instead of picking up a drink, I pick up the phone. I also am able to maintain a wonderful relationship with my son today and his wife and my grandbaby. It's amazing. It's amazing the way my life has changed in the past 5 years.
Right before the McAuley Center, I had went through a big, devastation with my kid's father. He is incarcerated for life. This was gonna be the person for me for the rest of my life, and we had each other's backs, and then all of a sudden he was, boom, gone. I had a little baby and another one on the way. And I didn't sign up to be a single parent. I was on somebody's living room floor with my kids. I knew we were in the way. When you feel like you're in the way, you don't wanna be there. I didn't have nowhere else to go. I had no money. I couldn't get housing. I couldn't get anything. The only people that did give me a chance was the McAuley House. Even to the average person, it probably wasn't nothing big, but to me it was everything. It was everything. It was a home. For my kids, they didn't even know what a home was. I don't know, I'm still grateful. Because they know, they scream, that's my house. They don't even have to see the house, they know the street, they know where they live. They didn't just come in and do a job, they put time in. You get to talk serious, you get to be told about yourself, you get suggestions, you get resources. They gave me the tools and my self-esteem. Before, when I came, I didn't care about anything because I didn't think anything cared about me. All I was trying to do was survive, and now today I care. Even if the day was bad, even if it wasn't as expected, I can handle it better today because I know there's hope.
My life before I came to the Catherine McAuley Center was very much in disarray. I grew up in foster care, got emancipated when I was 19, and basically since then I've been on my own. I've certainly had to do things that I did not want to do. I've had to do things to eat, to survive, and that has gotten me in trouble with the law. Well, starting in 2007, I had a very hard medical problem from lack of health insurance. That kind of set me back a long time. Then 2 months later after that, I ruptured my Achilles tendon. So a lot of that is replaced by anger and frustration. And I kept blaming what happened to me in life and not letting it take me anywhere. I would just use that as an excuse. So once I got to the Catherine McAuley Center, it just gave me a stability, and it gave me a chance to actually sit down and let God tell me exactly what He meant for me to do in my life. Because if you don't have that basic just structure, you're not worried about what you want to be in the future. I just think I would be somewhere completely different right now, and I think I would have lost hope and let my light go out. And I love politics. That's what my passion is right now and always has been. I don't really think I'd like to be an elected official, but I would definitely like to be a voice for the people that don't speak. Everybody always talks about middle class, middle class, middle class, but it's the poor that's really, really suffering right now. So that's who I want to speak for.
Without the Catherine McAuley Center, I don't know if I'd be alive, to tell you the truth.
The Catherine McAuley Center basically saved my life.
There's people that care beyond the job, you know what I mean? And I just want to be like that too. You know, somebody gave something to me, I want to give something back.